Welcome to The Newsworthy. All the day's news in less than 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. Thanks so much for pressing play today. We are talking flooding in Texas, a breakthrough in the fight against cancer, and an Instagram hack. And much more, of course, all in less than 10 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. Today is Thursday, August 31st. You ready? Let's do this. All right, the latest with Harvey. First of all, Vice President Mike Pence will be there in Texas today. The White House says he'll be meeting with people affected by the storm. As for the storm itself, it's moved into Louisiana, but it's weaker. It was downgraded to a tropical depression. But even as the rain lets up, especially in and around Houston, the flooding is still extremely dangerous. Pretty much an entire city just east of Houston is also underwater now. And there's video of an interstate that looks like an ocean. There's waves and everything. The Washington Post says it's not really clear at this point how long it will take for the floodwaters to go down. We do know the death toll is going up. The latest number is at least 37. But more help is on the way. CNN reports 2 U.S. Navy warships will bring over hundreds of Marines and supplies like food and water. Air Force and Navy helicopters have already been flying rescue missions. The entire Texas National Guard is there. There are Army trucks. This is an all-hands-on-deck situation. And it's needed. There are still plenty of problems right now. People and animals still need to be rescued. NBC reports 30,000 people are in shelters right now. Then there's this. A Texas chemical plant could explode. Yeah, like the whole building. ABC News reports anyone who lives within a 1.5 mile radius was told to evacuate. Oh, and remember how much the storm was affecting Texas refineries? Forbes says even airline ticket prices are starting to go up because of those rising gas prices. Of course, there are many heroic, uplifting stories coming out of Texas as well. People rescuing each other. A guy dressed as Spider-Man just to make kids smile. And a high-end furniture store owner named Mattress Mac, letting evacuees sleep on the brand new beds. Big news in the fight against cancer, specifically against childhood leukemia. The FDA just approved a treatment that's being called a medical breakthrough. So how does it work? Well, the patient's own white blood cells are taken out, sent off to a lab that genetically modifies those. Then the cells are sent back and put back into the patient. So essentially, the patient's own cells are turned into cancer killers. PBS says it's called CAR-T treatment, and it's the first gene therapy approved in the U.S. One of the researchers even told the Washington Post he thinks this will eventually lead to helping all cancer patients. I like the sound of that. Instagram users, listen up. The social media platform has been hacked. The company told Mashable hackers got a hold of contact information for several so-called high-profile Instagram users. Instagram wouldn't say how many accounts were hacked, just that the problem has now been fixed. The company did notify its verified users, though, accounts with that little blue check mark. Still, be on the lookout for anything weird next to those pretty pictures of food. President Trump has launched a campaign for tax reform. The Financial Times says he spoke in Missouri yesterday, urging Congress to take action. The president says his plan calls for a simple and competitive tax code, relief for the middle class, and tax cuts for corporations. Critics, though, say his plan would only help companies and the wealthy. The White House has put a stop to a rule that was supposed to go into effect early next year. The rule would have required businesses to keep track and report what they pay their workers by gender, race, and ethnicity. The rule was put in place by the Obama administration. It was a way to tackle pay discrimination, minority groups getting paid less. But now the Trump administration says, yeah, never mind. They say the rule is simply too much of a burden on employers, and they don't think it would be effective anyway. Senator John McCain plans to be back in Washington with the rest of Congress next week. They're starting a new session. Yes, they got the whole month of August off. And there's a lot on the to-do list. McCain's return is notable because he was diagnosed with brain cancer earlier this month. Fox reports he'll be back despite a round of chemo. All right, other things to know today. More threats from North Korea. CNN reports the North Korean leader says to expect military operations against the U.S. territory of Guam. That said, Guam's governor doesn't think the threat level has really changed. Reminder, it was just on Tuesday when North Korea sent a missile over Japan. It had people taking cover over there, just in case. Two big tech companies are joining forces, Amazon and Microsoft. Or should I say Alexa and Cortana? You know, the voices you talk to on your phone or smart speaker? Well, Wired reports the two companies will soon allow their AI assistants to talk to each other, so you can use both services. Kind of unexpected from big companies that are usually competition. More details expected to come out later this year. A couple is suing Amazon over what they said were defective solar eclipse glasses. They want anyone else who dealt with this to join the lawsuit. The couple said they now have vision problems, but Business Insider reports Amazon did issue a recall. Apparently, getting hit with and drenched in tomatoes is a thing in Spain. Well, at least once a year at a festival. Tens of thousands of people threw around tons, literally tons, of overripe tomatoes in what's called the world's largest food fight. And that's it. You are all caught up with your Thursday. If you want to know more about any of these stories, just head over to thenewsworthy.com. I always link to each story I referenced. Just click show notes and look for today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe and please share this with friends. I so appreciate you spreading the word so more people can stay up to date. And feel free to find me on social media. Say hi. Just search Erica Mandy. All right, next time we talk, it'll be Friday. Have a great day.